welcome back to Kindle English. Thank you for joining my channel. So today what I'm going to be doing for you is I'm going to be giving you some phrases that are used in English, but sometimes they might not be used too often in English. So when you use them, you don't get confused on which one to use when you actually have to. So I also kind of get that moment when I want to speak to somebody or when I want to write something formally or even informally in Indonesian. I also kind of get confused on which one to use. Should I use A or should I use B? And I bet you guys also have that same moment. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I will be giving you some of these phrases, like I said before, even though they're not normally used in everyday English, but in the future, if you do run across them, you'll be able to figure out which one to use and why you gotta use that one compared to the other one. So don't forget to also give me some comments and suggestions down below in the comments box to if you want to find out what other things that I can give you, give me some suggestions on what topics you want to know from my videos. So then I'll be happy to definitely give those to you in the future. But do let me know down in the comment section below, yeah? Okay, so the first set of words I do want to give to you is based on feelings, especially if you guys are in a relationship. You guys have probably felt this feeling so much more often than before when you're not even in a relationship, or even if you're with your friends. Sometimes you might feel this way towards another person. So the first set of words is between jealousy and envy. Do you guys know the difference between those? So let's see. Jealousy is all about when you actually already have something or someone, but you're afraid to lose that person or that object. So it's actually, for example, if I were to give you a sentence on this one, it would be feeling of jealousy, or the feeling of jealousy makes me so angry, but I'm so happy because I have somebody in my life that I'm afraid to lose. So that's already a given. Now when it comes to envy, it's something that you actually don't have that you wish you did, but for some reason you can't have it. Maybe because you can't afford it, especially when it comes to an object. If somebody has something that you really want but you can't have it because you can't buy it, then that's when you feel envy, or when you feel envious of someone else. So I'm very envious that she has a better iPad than I do. I want to get the newest one. So that's when you actually have the feeling of envy. So we're gonna go on to the next one. So make sure you guys keep track of all of the words that I'm giving you, so when you know how to use them, you actually know how to use them properly. Okay, word set number 2 is going to be the difference between lay and lie. Sorry, my voice is a little bit crusty, but okay, lay and lie is a little bit different in the use. You guys might actually not know the difference, or not know, but it's actually like you might miss it when you want to use it. So lay is actually when you want to mention the object that you're laying on. You automatically mention that in your sentence. So I'm going to lay down on my bed. So that's exactly it. You have lay and then the object right away. But when it comes to lie, there are 2 ways you can actually use lie. And then the one that is the most obvious one is when you're actually telling someone a lie, as in berbohong, yeah? But the one that's compared to lay is actually when you mention the word lie and then something that you're lying on, but not right away. So it's not going to be the direct object. So for example, I'm going to lie on the beach. So actually when you lie on the beach, you lay on the sand. But because you're not mentioning what you're laying on exactly, that's when you can use lie. Are you ready for the next one? Okay, let's see. Now this one is also something that is very common that people will either use only one of, but there's actually a difference between these two. So this word is actually college and university. Sorry, these words are actually college and university. Now, not very many people know the difference, or not very many people use these differences to talk about what they actually want to talk about. So college at first is mostly for undergraduate programs only. So that's when you will focus on using the word college. But when it comes to university, they're for both situations, for both undergraduate and postgraduate, and it's a little bit more specific based on your job when you go to university. So the example sentence will be for college, my lecturer gave us a lecture at my college. And then for university, it would be, most universities accept overseas students. So you can actually see the difference between the two. There are actually overseas students in college, but that's if you're already living in the US or if you're already living in those countries for quite some time. So be very careful when you use these two in the future, okay? Now these last set of words I'm going to give you are between then and then. You hear the difference between those two? It's okay if you don't. Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clarify it for you so you can understand the difference. Now the first then is THEN, which is pronounced then, is based on talking about things either in the past or in the future based on sequences. Now the example I will give you is, back then when I was 3, I had a bike bigger than me. So you kind of have to see the difference, and then you have to be able to use it properly in the right context. Now, the second word, then, THAN, is used in comparative adjectives where you're comparing two nouns, whether it is a person, place, or thing. So, like I said before, when I was 3, I had a bike bigger than me. So the bike is bigger than I was. So that is the difference between the word then and then. So those were the set of words I was actually going to give you. So hopefully you guys were able to understand those set of words and you don't make a mistake in using them. But of course, if you make a mistake, that's okay. Make sure you rewind this video again in the future so you don't get confused again, okay? So as well, I also want to apologize ahead of time because I didn't make any videos in the last week or so because I was so busy. I had so much work to do, so I didn't have enough time to make them. But I'm going to definitely make sure I take some time out of my week and make more videos ahead of time, okay? So don't forget to also subscribe, share it with your friends, and like my videos, and of course, not to forget to hit that bell so you guys will be able to get more notifications when my videos are gonna show up. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy what you see in the future. See you guys next time.